In this first module, we're going to get an overview of C++, then we'll move into installation of the IDE. So it was created by Borny Strassop, and this was back in the early 80s, and the way he did it was to add object orientation to C, basically. That's a very simplified version of how C++ came into being. Now let's look at what C++ actually is. So it's very fast. It's used all over the place, so a lot of software is created in C++. It's got a very big community as well, and it's not too difficult to learn. And when I say not too difficult to learn, I guess it depends on how far you want to go with it, but to get up and going with C++, to understand the syntax, how to create classes and functions and create a usable program, not that involved. It's probably similar to many other languages in regards to its level of difficulty in learning. And also, it's preferred language for creating operating systems and for doing low-level programming, because it's not like, say, assembly language where you really are pushing bits around. With C, you're above that stage, but you're below something like, let's say, Java or C#, for example. Now, a few features of C++ include it's procedural. So by procedural, it's kind of like if you've written in any Fortran programs or basic programs, you have that sort of top of the page writing down to bottom of the page flow of control. And also it's object oriented, so OO. It is extensible, so you can add libraries to C, different other components can be added to C that you create, basically extending the language. And it's statically typed, so we're going to do type checks before the program is even executed. Now, getting into a few examples of what was built with C++, we kind of now really get to see the power of C++ and how pervasive it is out there in the real world. So we have web browsers, Chrome, Firefox, Safari, and Opera, all built with C++. As well, the Java programming language, Microsoft Office, Adobe products, so a lot of the Adobe products, Photoshop, Illustrator, and a number of other ones as well in their product lineup. There's Amazon.com, YouTube. Now, not all of these websites were built with C++, of course, but a lot of the components used within them were. Also, PayPal. Getting into a comparison between C and C++. So this is what is inside of C++ that is not inside of C. So there are references. There's also virtual functions, the C++ standard library. So this is a library built into the C++ language that gives you a lot of different kinds of functionality. There is also exception handling. And so that is an overview of what C++ is. Now we're going to get into installation of the IDE and look at a few other IDEs as well that can be used for creating C++ programs.